Don't call it exercise. Call it moving like your health depends on it, because it does. Hi, I'm Jason Fanning. I'm an associate professor in health and exercise sciences, and my research is about physical activity promotion. I like to say that I research movement medicine, and if you're doing regular exercise, it's about one of the best things you can do for your health overall. But I do have, maybe from a health promotion perspective, a few issues with us focusing specifically on that behavior. There's a lot of ways to get movement into your day that's going to improve your health. So a lot of what I'm concerned about is helping people to sort of break out of their preconceived notions about what movement and exercise look like, and be a little bit more creative and curious about how they can build an active lifestyle. And so a lot of what we are interested in is helping people not only move more, but to think about how often they move, to move across the day, to disrupt how much they're sitting. Moving and sitting patterns have really become sort of front and center in a lot of people's conversations about physical activity and how we spend our time. And it really is not so much how much you sit, but how unbroken those bouts are. If I'm sitting for really long bouts, my body is staying unloaded for that whole period of time. There can be some negative health effects from doing that. If instead I'm moving often throughout the day, I'm breaking up that sedentary time, I'm moving my muscles, I'm regulating my blood sugar, I'm helping to sort of manage my mental health and other things like this. If I were to talk to somebody who is interested in becoming physically active or changing their diet, or sleeping a little bit better, whatever behavior it is you're trying to pick up that has to last a long time, I would put ideas like enjoyment and satisfaction at the top of the list. That is the place to start. What you find oftentimes is that people maybe operate instead on a little bit of competition. Maybe it's, I don't want to feel guilty. Maybe it's, I want to look a certain way. And these things can motivate us in the fairly short term, even over perhaps a year or two. If instead you can keep a focus on, am I enjoying it and or do I find it satisfying? You're going to continue to come back to the behavior in the long term. I no longer feel like running anymore. That's okay. I can go ride my bike instead. That's a lot healthier way to be than trying to overcommit to one behavior and getting stuck if that becomes unenjoyable. And so what we are doing in this series of studies, they're called the MORPH studies, and we have one that's ramping up right now. We hope to reach a whole bunch of older adults with this study, is that we reach out to older adults remotely. So it's a group-based counseling program where they learn all about physical activity and health and healthy eating and how these things interrelate with their pain symptoms. And between these meetings, they use apps that we develop and they wear sensors that we integrate with those apps. We get to see, can we improve how much they move? Can we improve how much they distribute that movement across their day? Does that relate to how their pain affects their quality of life? And then we come back a year later and we get to see how many of these things stuck around. Because again, we're teaching people to integrate activity in their lives to build a healthy, active lifestyle.